Welcome to Cut the Cuck. That guy in a really nice rugby jersey over there, that's Chad, Byron. It's the end of the autumn. Well, the autumn series was over a week ago, but we're done with the internationals since the Springboks gave us a wonderful extra fixture against Wales. There were sevens this weekend to talk about, the URC to talk about what happened with Springbok Wales, and then if everyone can just be reminded that Chad's an idiot. And let's get started. Chad, let's cut the cuck. How you doing? You look like shit. What's the time there by you?
10:15.
Nice.
But that's more look like shit because my beloved Sharks just can't.
Yeah, I suppose that's why you got the nicer jersey on this week. I know you're a Shark supporter, so I don't know if that burns your skin when you put it on, or how does it feel?
It's good. The Lions did well. I always got a soft spot for them. I don't mind wearing it. I don't know how I'd feel about being in a Stormers jersey.
Oh, I mean, they're doing the best, so
I
if you
know.
really want to support South African teams, that's the way to go.
I can bear putting on a Lions jersey.
Not a Stormers jersey.
Or a Bulls, oh my god.
Well, I do have to concede. Last week we spoke about that Navy jersey.
Yeah.
The fans have spoken. I was wrong. You were right. Hurts to say. But they decided, and I guess you can wear it again. I guess you don't need to feel like an absolute tosser when you do, so enjoy it.
I don't. I think if I'm ever in your vicinity, I'm going to make an effort to wear it just to piss you off.
Or it's, I'm willing to accept when I was wrong. I'll grow and accept the jersey for what it is, and next time you wear it, I'll lie and give you a compliment.
Yeah, okay, I'll take it.
Chad, the rugby this weekend, the final international game of the year. What a game if you're South African.
Yeah.
A really hard one if you're Wales, if you're Welsh.
No, it was. I felt, and I said this to you. This was my thing from last week when we spoke. I said, I don't know what this game is going to be, and then everyone was like, "Oh no, it's to help Wales grow." And even Sia said it after the game. But what you've just been fucking demolished, 73-0.
Yeah, the no part hurt. The no parts were. There was a point at the end of the second half where they were kicking for the corner to get a try. And I thought, mate, take the 3 points. Just get something on the board.
Yeah, it's just I struggle to see from the player's perspective what you take from that. Like what good you get from being manhandled in every aspect of the game repeatedly for 80 minutes.
Yeah, I don't think they had the upper hand in any time of the game. Like even when they were in our 22, sure they had plays, they were coming at us aggressively, but they didn't really threaten the try line for 80 minutes.
No.
I guess you learn how to keep going when things aren't going your way, but that's been fucking Welsh rugby for the last few years. How many times do they need to be reminded of how to keep going when things aren't going good?
Yeah, it was rough. I mean, in the first half, I saw the little stat on the screen. It was the territory was like 74-26 or something. That's just no good.
I mean, even in one-sided games, there's still, penalties that go the way of the team that's not playing well. They get 3 points on the board, or they'll get an intercept try, or something will happen just so that it's not a complete whitewash. But this, unfortunately,
Look, I thought it was going to be a big score, but I didn't
not
expect it to be
73
this
though.
big. This is almost a point of a minute.
Yeah, yeah. And also for Sasha to throw on, what, he got 9 out of 11 kicks.
Yeah.
That's impressive. Also exhausting, probably.
Yeah. Well, we scored 11 tries, which is fucking wild to say.
7 of them in the second half.
Well, 9 of them from different try scorers.
I didn't even think about that.
It's not even. It's not even Like there was one player playing well.
That's
It's
not
just
right.
the
Actually, I want to see that. Who's got
Sasha
tries?
scored 2.
Steenkamp 1, Volko Low 1, Ruan Nokia 1, Jasper Visser 1, Morne Vandenberg 1, Sasha 2, Kanan Moody 1, Esther Hazen 1, Ethan Hooker 1, and even Etzebeth 1.
Yeah, it's like it's not even. It's
And then if you look at
almost the whole team.
if you look at the screen, and then it's just got conversion, 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 conversion next to Sasha.
Yeah,
Yeah, I don't know what the Wales team learned from that. Well, hold
just
on. Speaking
I
of
think.
Sasha speaking, wait, go
Hang
ahead.
on, I know what I think. You while you said that, I know what they've learned. Don't fucking do that again. Don't invite the Springboks to cook back for a long time, and don't do it outside of the international window. Just
Yeah,
bad
but at
idea
the
all round.
moment, we're scheduled to play them once next year with that new Northern Hemisphere versus Southern Hemisphere series. If there's another opportunity, just say no.
Yeah, it's all right. It's okay.
Say,
Can we
look,
play Zimbabwe?
yeah, that's it. Let's give someone else a chance. And we had fun last year, but I don't think we're going to do it again for a while. What's crazy is if you go back to what was it, the 2019 Rugby World Cup,
Yeah,
we played them in the semis.
yeah,
And it was a hard game of rugby for us to win that. That wasn't an easy win.
no,
Fast forward 6 years. Wow, what a difference.
yeah,
And it's obviously South African rugby's improved. Everyone's talking about how good we are at the moment. But talk about the decline of Welsh rugby.
yeah. I mean, we had a bad go for a while when, and I think we spoke about it last week.
That was good to see it at the helm.
Yeah, that was not a fun time to be a Springbok fan. But and look where we are now, and that wasn't that big. I don't know. And I don't feel like we lost for 2.5 years, 3 years though, because that's
No, and both of their wins were against Japan, and they weren't exactly convincing wins either.
yeah. Well, the last one was the last minute
Where
caused by a penalty.
I still think there was a refereeing mistake with the ongoing maul, but
Yeah,
you know, what do I know? I'm not a ref. Actually, referees in the URC were fantastic.
yeah,
Some of them are international refs. I guess they have certain refs that do the big international games, and I say bring some of them up. Give them a shot at some of the bigger games, because I thought the URC refereeing this weekend was fantastic.
must be different, like from a pressure perspective. Playing at the URC when there's what 5,000 people in the stadium
I guess you
compared
also
to
don't have to deal with the asshole fans after the game. Whether you get all the calls right or you get a few wrong, asshole fans always have something to say about you in international rugby. With the URC, it's, yeah, like you said, less pressure.
yeah. I wonder if that's it must play something. And I know, like, yeah, I don't know, because I've seen even when we were playing, not we, when I went to go watch the Tasman Marco play over here. I watched Ben O'Keefe. He was refereeing one of the games,
Great ref, most of the time.
and he was he just looked so chilled, like looked like he was just
Well, you
didn't care.
watched that doc on Rugby Pass about the refs
Mm,
after one of the World Cups. We talk about the refs all the time. We get pissed off. We'll say things, but I mean, death threats to their families,
yeah, it's not right.
that's very unnecessary. If someone's out there doing that, I mean, the Oak's just doing his job. When you fuck up a spreadsheet, no one's, you know, cussing you and your family out and hoping your daughter dies in a car crash or whatever the brutal shit that they say. Like,
Yeah,
it is a job at the end of the day. They're not going to be perfect. We'll complain because it's what we do. But just, at the end of the day, they're still human and it is their job.
yeah. But yeah, like, and I remember from the doco that they were talking about being like running and being fatigued and then making decisions. If you fucking made me run one lap, like sprint one lap of
And then
the
make you do a
rugby
math
field,
quiz.
not even that. Just ask me, do I want Oros or water? My brain just not commute, and
They're the same thing.
I wouldn't be able to. I'd just be like, just give me fucking whatever. And now I'm supposed to, yeah. So like, I get it, but then I also think that the TMOs come in who are just sitting there.
Well, I
Just
think
go.
that's the thing. We want consistency
Yeah.
more than anything else. And I think a clear guideline on when the TMO can and can't come in, I think will make things a little better, because then, yes, if the ref misses it and it's clear that the TMO can't get involved, then the TMO doesn't get involved, the ref misses it, we can complain about it. But then if it happens 3 times in a game, 2 to the one to the other, at least we know it's consistent.
Yeah.
And I think that's more important than, 100% accuracy. Otherwise, you just let the ref on the field, and all he does is tell the players what the TMO says. And that would be what some games have been.
I was going to say, we've seen that.
I think clear guidelines on the TMO for next season would be nice from World Rugby. Since
I really hope. I don't think I can go another season watching the TMOs come in every.
I remember a time where the TMO could only come in if like a try scored, they can go back a certain number of plays,
it was
a certain number of phases, sorry.
Yeah.
And then also if there's clear and obvious foul play. But like we've had the TMO come in for knock-ons, for lineouts, for I get it if it's a big call and they want to get it right, then I think it should be the on-field ref or the AR that says, can you check if that was a knock-on? And then let play go on or stop play and then have the right decision made. But I don't think it's fair if the ref calls knock on one team and then says, oh no, the TMO came in and said it's a knock on the other way. Like, I know that's probably the right call, but then the TMO has to call all knock-ons so that it's consistent.
Yeah, because they just come in for fucking
randomly. They'll come in and say there was a high tackle or there was a tackle in the air, and then 15 minutes goes by, we see a high tackle or we see a tackle in the air, then the TMO doesn't get involved. And then you go, well, why'd you get involved 15 minutes ago? But all of a sudden you're quiet now. Like, what are the rules? Like, if you're going to get involved, then fucking just keep getting involved.
Yeah, get stuck in, but then
get stuck in there, buddy.
But then get stuck in all game. Don't.
Yeah, that's it. You go earn that sitting on the chair instead of running up and down the field.
And if they are being given a commission, let us know that they're making commission.
If that's the case, I'm going to become a TMO, and I'm keeping that mic on, and I am.
Just an open mic.
You go. All you're going to hear is the ref on field going, can you shut the fuck up? Quickly on Sasha as well, getting that 9 out of 11 kicks. Earlier this year, we were worried about Marnie's kicking and Sasha's kicking.
Yeah.
I know he missed 2, but he missed 2 out of 11. Yeah. Okay. So I think a big shout out needs to go to his improvement over the year. I'm assuming it's been countless hours of work. And whoever's working with him in terms of the coaching side, I think it's been spectacular.
Probably Pollard.
Well, yeah, whoever it is, he's got a if you watch him set up for his kick, it looks a lot more like how Marnie sets up. But he's got his own little rhythm that he does, a few this and that, and every good fly half has their repeated motion. And I'm happy to see Sasha's got his now, and I hope that he continues to work at it because it was very impressive the way he was kicking this weekend.
I agree. It's going to be quite difficult for a Pollard to come, which is a fucking wild thing to say.
Right? To say, it's going to be tough for Pollard to make the team because Pollard's great. But the way Marnie and Sasha have been playing, look, great fly half, but a different fly half. All 3 of them are very different fly halves, but great fly halves.
Yeah. Then, they all play. When they are playing at fly half, our game changes so much.
Yes. And I saw a stat as well. Sasha's now the highest try scoring fly half we had, and he's also done it in like 16 games.
Yeah,
which is just crazy to think about.
Yeah, and it's not like we've played shit teams when he's played either.
He scored against top
All
sides.
Blacks. Yeah,
maybe not the last 2 tries, but
yeah,
for Wales.
Speaking of crazy stats from that game,
yes.
So we scored 73 points. We made 506 meters. So that means we've got 1 point for every 7 meters that we ran.
And Esther Hazen made all of those meters post contact.
How can we just touch on him? What a fucking game. That was probably the best game of rugby I think he's had for the Boks.
I think we spoke about it last week, having him and Dialenda as inside and outside center. Both of them crash ball over and over. I think one of the commentators was talking, I don't remember the stats, they were talking about how many meters Esther Hazen has made. And he said something to keep in mind here is none of these stats are skewed by a breakaway 80-meter try or something like that. It was all, well, not all, but the majority of it was post-contact meters.
Let me have a quick squid. I'll tell you now what it was. Because
Whatever the number is, it's going to be so high, it wouldn't even seem real.
Incredible. What a guy.
Chad, I do want to call you out for a text you sent me during that game, though.
Yeah, which
I'll
one?
preface it by calling you a cunt, number one. And that is when you said you don't feel happy only being 28-0 up at halftime.
Yeah. It was true though. I didn't. But I said to you, I did in my defense. I said, I know what I'm saying is stupid, but we're 28-0 up, and I was like, it feels like we should be.
No, okay, look,
73.
I think we should have definitely. Let me wait. That's not what I want to say. We could have scored more tries, and it would have been cool if we did. But I still think that the dominance put on to be 28-0 up was. We can't ask for more than that. It is at the end of the day, Wales isn't playing great rugby, but they're still a professional international tier 1 team. Debatable tier 1.
Yeah.
But, we didn't do that to Portugal when they were here, when they were in South Africa.
We didn't know.
So, yeah, I think also, I guess the reason I'm calling you out is just to say, be fucking grateful for how good things are and don't be a prick. That's what I want to say.
But I said that to you. I was like, I know I need to be more grateful. I know this. I know all of these things. And I said it to you afterwards, you leaving all that shit out. But
I'm trying to paint you as a puss. I'm not trying to make you look good.
yeah, but
No, I get it. I understand where you were coming from. Just because of how dominant we were.
yeah, it was rough. I genuinely felt bad for the Welsh. Like,
Well, you saw it in their face, I think, after the second try.
yeah,
I
well,
think you
that's what I
messaged
texted
me.
you. I
Yeah.
was like, these guys just look like they don't want to be there.
I mean, would you want to be there? Because you still have to play. I think second try was, I don't even know what the time of the second try was. I wonder if I can get it here real quick. No. Anyway, whatever it was, there was still a whole game to play when that was happening. And when we scored those two tries, it was before the 20th minute. It was like 16, 17 minutes in. You still have 60 minutes to play. And every scrum is not going your way. Every contact is pushing you backwards. That's why they were offside so often, because they just couldn't get back in time. Because Esther Hazen would make 12 meters every time he crashed the ball, and at inside center, he did it so often. Oh, it was brutal, man. Yeah, the second try was at the 13th minute, Ethan Hooker. So you still have 67 minutes to play.
It was
And
that try. That when they were panning around, you could just see the Welsh back line. Just all of their heads were down, like dropping down in disappointment. Rightfully so. Like it's just.
I don't blame them. I mean, there's no coming back. So the only thing you're holding on to is to see how low you can keep the score, and hopefully put something on the board for the fans to cheer about.
Yeah.
And unfortunately, they did neither of those things.
Yeah, it was rough. I've got Esther Hazen's stats for the season.
Oh God! Okay, let's hear it.
So he played 319 minutes in total. So he played the Japan game 37 minutes, South Africa versus France 33 minutes, Italy 54, Ireland 22, and this last one 80 minutes.
Mm-hmm.
Meters gained 222, passes 35, defenders beaten 13. Clean
What
breaks.
about defenders crushed? Is that a stat on there?
I think that's what they mean.
Defenders beaten to shit is what should be in brackets.
Yeah, his defense, this is crazy to me. He only made 16 tackles,
Interesting.
wild, and missed 5. Turnovers 1, 2, and then turnovers conceded 6. Out of how many games is that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 games, he had 4 bad passes.
And basically missed one tackle per game.
That's,
Brilliant. And the only thing is we don't know if that was as a forward or as a back.
Yeah, that's also true. But yeah, 222, 2.25 rugby fields that he's gained.
Ridiculous. I would say the improvement from so many players in the full squad, not just like those that have started but as the squad as a whole, the whole touring team, the improvements from everybody is mind-boggling. I don't think anyone's taken a backward step. Sia in that game, whenever he got the ball, he was running with a different purpose every time he made contact. It was so impressive. Everybody, flipping hell.
Yeah.
Everyone. And then making all 8 changes at once.
Fucking loved
I think
it.
someone called it a nuke squad, I heard.
But like, because that is your essentially your entire forward pack coming on.
Yes, yeah.
Who
stayed on? It was Jasper Visser remained, I think. And hold on, give me 1 sec.
Well, it was 7 of them, so it was only 1 that stayed.
No, because the other sub. Oh yeah.
Yeah, the other one was Moy van den Berg.
No. Yeah, so it was just Jasper Visser who stayed. I'm not mathing right now, so I'm relying on you.
Yeah, well, there's 8 people in the forward pack. 7 of them got replaced.
Ruan Nokia was the one who stayed. Jasper Visser came off.
Yeah.
So Ruan Nokia was the only forward who played 80 minutes.
I wonder how they came to that decision. It's just like, do we pull straws and who's going to stay on the field or what?
Yeah, like maybe because of the club teams they play for. It was between Ruan Nokia and Jean Klein to come off, and I think Klein plays for Leinster. I actually don't know who Ruan Nokia plays for. Probably a South African URC team.
Yeah.
I should probably know that, but I don't make money doing this yet.
Yeah. It's actually costing us money to do this.
It does. It does cost us money to do this, but it's fun, so who cares?
Yeah.
Then URC fixtures, or do you want to talk sevens?
Do we want to talk about what happened to Eben? What Eben did?
I can't believe we didn't start with that, actually.
I didn't want to.
Because it's such a fuck up.
Such a fuck up.
I also want to preface this with everything I say. Eben, I love you and I'm scared of you. Please don't hurt me if you ever hear this.
Yeah. Disclaimer.
Disclaimer, please. Please don't kill me if you see me.
I'll cut that bit out. I'll make a copy of it and put it in front of the episode and then again at the end, just in case he watches the full thing.
Just in case he hears about it. I don't know. Scared of him. So look, there's obviously that other picture that's popped up where you can see the ruck just before where Alex Mann is gouging Eben's eye.
Yeah.
You
Yeah, but Bucky's Boats have played a different era.
Exactly. Imagine Bucky's played 10 years before he played. How many injuries there would have been?
Rugby wouldn't have been safe.
Even when he played, it wasn't. So.
No, but I'm saying like it wouldn't have been made professional.
It would have been one of those fringe sports.
Mm-hmm.
No, I don't. Look, it sucks. It was at the very end of the game. We were 73 points up. All of those things, none of it makes sense. And I think that the ban's going to be pretty bad.
I reckon 18 weeks minimum, which sucks because that's going to be.
I know we made the joke of him coming back just in time for the next Rugby World Cup.
But that's probably likely because how long's the URC? How many
Well,
weeks
with the
is
way
that?
Sharks are playing, not very long.
Yeah, fuck.
There's also the
Let's
other
have a look here.
competition, the Heineken Cup or Challenge Cup or whatever it's called. So there are a few extra games in there for the Sharks that he would qualify for, that we would be banned from. But even then, I think with the way it's going,
I don't even think he'll be back for the rivalry
no,
next
you'd
year.
probably miss the rivalry. Maybe be back for the autumn series next year, if not longer than that.
Yeah,
Brutal. It's so unfortunate.
so silly.
I did hear something from one of the pundits that was kind of annoying. They were like, given his age and how long he'll be out
Saw
for,
that.
if this is his final action on the rugby. I was like, easy, buddy. Like,
Yeah,
yes, it's going to be a long. He's older than some of the other players, but it's not as if he's slowing down. He's going to put in the work and he'll come back. It's going to be a long time, and I think mentally is going to be pretty shitty for him. But, when you've got someone like Sia in your corner, we saw how Sia came back after that injury.
yeah. Well, that was unlike.
Yeah, absolutely. So, take the ban on the chin. It's going to be horrid, but take it on the chin and we're all backing him. We all want Eben back.
100%.
I think we all understand it was a fuck up and no one's happy or proud of it or supports it or is going to defend it, but we'll support him in coming back at the end of the ban, however long it's going to be.
Yeah, I wonder when that's. I wonder when that we'll find that out.
I think on Wednesday, Tuesday
That's
or
my
Wednesday.
Thursday.
Yeah. Then I think Alex Mann deserves a ban as well,
I think that'll be the argument that they put forward.
in terms of like lessening the ban.
I don't think they'll lessen it. I don't think there's no there's. I don't think they'll have that. That's not a mitigation factor.
It's fair enough. Yeah, it was wild, brutal. But they have to bring up the Alex Mann thing, and I think Alex Mann deserves a ban as well. I think he should also sit out for a few weeks.
Yeah.
Because with him, what's bad is if you see the photo, he's like looking at Eben when he's shoving his finger in his eye.
I watched the video. You can see them having
A go at one another.
I was gonna say a conversation at the bottom of that. Yeah, because I'm looking at the photo here. I don't know how I can't get it on to.
I hope one of us one day learns how to actually edit stuff and we can throw these pictures in.
No, I'll be able to throw it in. That I can do, but I don't know if I can. I can't share my screen because it's on my
Okay.
iPad.
Well, if you don't know what we're talking about, you can actually check our Instagram. We did
Yeah.
post the picture at the bottom of the ruck.
Yeah, yeah. But I watched the video, the slow video of that, and it definitely looks like something was absolutely said, and then it looks like he was trying to push him out of the way, and it doesn't look as intentional as Eben's. I'm not gonna lie.
Oh no, Evans is as blatant as you can imagine. He was aiming for that,
Yeah,
which is a crazy thing to do. Crazy, even in like a non-retaliation eye poke situation, just to go after someone's eyeball with your thumb when you have the strength that Eben has. I'm surprised it didn't push all the way into the back of his skull.
like what happened with Tom Aspinall and Cyril Gahn.
Yeah, what did he read something this morning? He's got brown something because of that, some sort of diagnosis.
Oh,
Because of
really?
the eye poke injury. It was pretty bad, double vision and blurred and blah, 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 blah.
Well, commentator.
Yeah, he's blind in one eye. He fought
Yeah,
with
I
one
know.
eye.
He's
I
got no
don't know
eye.
if you heard the thing. What he did was they would do the eye tests, when they do the physical of the fighters. He would remember what's on the eye test board. So when they would ask him what's on line number 3, he knew which letters they were. He couldn't see the letters,
Crazy.
but he remembered what they were. So they would ask him and he would just recite them. He became champion with a blind eye.
That's wild.
Yeah, no, the even thing's wild, man. It such a stain on the match.
Yeah. And also with like what, a minute left or 2 minutes
Minute and a
left.
half. 78 minutes and 30 seconds into the game. Right at the very end of the game.
Yeah, fuck. Oh well.
Yep. Yep.
I
We'll see
mean,
what happens.
in Eben's defense,
Careful.
old mate's eye shouldn't have been there.
No.
His eye should have been somewhere else.
Also, if you're at the bottom of a ruck, why are you picking a fight with Etzebeth?
Out of everybody, the scrummy. Choose the scrummy every time.
Unless you're Faf, because Faf doesn't care who you are. Faf will go,
Yeah, but
head
that's
first
because
into.
Faf has Eben behind him.
I was about to say that's because he knows Eben's right behind him.
I don't reckon Faf would start a fuck up with Eben.
I don't know. I've seen him tackle Oaks twice his size. I think he's just got that mentality, that "fuck you, I'm going for it" mentality. We'll see what
He's
happens.
kind of like a Jack Russell.
Yeah, yeah.
But yeah, silly thing,
Silly
but
thing.
it is what it is.
Then I think before we jump into the URC,
Mm.
the sevens this weekend started with its new format.
Yep.
Every game's basically a knockout game because just the top 8.
Yep.
It was wild. It was really fun because every game was so good. Unless you're Team GB,
Yeah.
whether you're the female Great Britain or the men's team, things aren't looking good for you. I don't know how they beat Argentina in the 7th place playoff, but otherwise it would have been UK at the bottom of both. New Zealand won both the men's and women's final, which was cool because it was also both finals were New Zealand versus Australia, which I believe I heard was the first time that's happened.
It's cool. I don't know. I
But it's
didn't watch
also
too much of the women. It was such a horrible time for me. Again, I need to
well,
move.
yes. Well, until it comes to your neck of the woods, then it's perfect timing.
What, every fucking win loss was a Rugby World Cup here?
I'm talking about the
11?
sevens, you ungrateful swine. It's going to
It
be in
doesn't come here
Perth.
anymore.
It's going to be in Perth on the 7th and 8th
And
of February.
that's fucking 6 hours difference for me. Probably even more. It doesn't make it any better.
All you do is complain. That's all you do.
I'm not complaining. I'm
All you
stating
do is
facts here.
complain.
All I want to do is watch rugby.
Is
and yeah,
is it
just
convenient for you if it's in Singapore or Hong Kong?
it's better.
Okay, there you go. So you got Singapore at the end of Jan and Hong Kong on the 17th to the 19th of April. How does that make you feel? You feel a little bit better now?
I feel better, yeah. Thank you.
It's in Cape Town next week, by the way.
Yeah,
So not much of a help there for you.
no.
But it's the first time I think in 11 or 12 years the Blitzbokke didn't win the Dubai.
I know. I know we've absolutely smashed it there. So
Not this
I
time
had high
around.
hopes, and then we won that first game. I was like, "Fuck yeah, this is."
Yeah, to beat France was great, but then every game's tough. There's no easy games.
It was fun to watch though. Like you call that, it's sick.
Yeah, it doesn't matter which game you put on. It's
Yeah.
fun to watch.
Yeah, and it feels like it hasn't been like that for a while. Like I think it got a little bit dry and stale.
I think that's why they've changed it up because last season was different to the season before that. This season's completely new, and I think it's the same thing because when the smaller teams were in sevens and you had like New Zealand versus Germany, it was only going to go one way.
Yeah.
It was never going to go another way. Or when you had like Australia women's versus Brazil women's, there's only one result. It's cool because those teams are in the Challenge Cup. They have their own competition.
Yep.
And then I think it's the final 2 or 3 weeks where the top of those guys make it into the top 8 and they play with the 12 teams and then they see who makes the top 8 for next season. I think that's pretty cool because it gives the teams of, a lower caliber the chance to compete at a high level and then take the top ones there, put them up against everyone else and then make sure that your 8 for next year are the best 8. And I think that's pretty cool for every game to be exciting.
Yeah, no, I'm into it. I think it's great. It feels like the crowds at the actual game are getting smaller and smaller too.
Yeah, but I think
I think Cape Town's pretty.
Well, Cape Town's massive. Perth's massive. Dubai was pretty empty, but we'll see next week. What I do think is fun is it's a very common thing for there to be like an events and dress up and stuff when you go to sevens. It's not like you sit down and you only watch the rugby and then you drink your beer, watch the rugby and go. It's a whole fun thing. I mean, in Dubai, they had invitational sevens, they had netball, they had cricket, all of these other events going on around the stadium. So, you won't catch every sevens game because there's so much to do. So those, maybe not every seat was full every moment, but it's still super busy around the stadium, and it's the same for all the others. There's always so much going on at sevens.
Yeah.
But yeah, New Zealand won, men's and women. South Africa came fifth. Great competition.
We should get you an All Blacks jersey, Byron. We'll reach out to old Bumper and be like,
Why?
I know we have to. I think we need to get you one.
Is it a punishment? What have I done wrong?
You need to come around. New Zealand's not that bad.
No, they're a great side. I've always said this. The problem is that they're so good that when we play them, it's always intense. And I would prefer if New Zealand weren't good so we could beat them with confidence. Great side. Except, maybe one or two players.
Even the ones that don't play anymore.
One of the big things I wanted to talk about from the sevens, though, was Japan women's team picking up their first medal. They got bronze.
Yeah.
And they beat Canada in the group stages to get to the semis. So massive shout out to the Japan women's team. And then I wanted to stir some cuck.
Yep, here we go. Okay, let me sit up straight.
Yeah, all right. So we know in the 15s game, they're complaining about scrums. Scrums slow down the game. We don't want scrums. You can no longer take a scrum from a free kick, blah, blah, blah. If you watch sevens, when there's a penalty, I would say 70% of the time, and obviously there's a real stat out there, but I would say about 70% of the time on a penalty, it's a scrum. No one's talking about the scrums in sevens and how it slows down the game, because it does, because it's a great way for teams to waste time. You've only got 7 minutes. Yeah, if you get a penalty, you can waste a few seconds by asking the captain, what do you want to do? Captain runs over, says scrum. Then the prop and the hooker on the other, then they run over, they pack down. Now you've lost 30, 45 seconds before you pack down. Granted, it's 3 versus 3, so you can get ready pretty quickly. But because it's only 3 versus 3, it's never clean. Because there's no way, once you hook the ball, it's chaos. Once you're pushing, someone's standing, it's chaos. So a lot of times there's a reset. No one's complaining about the scrums in sevens, but I would say in terms of time wasting for a 7-minute game, it's the best way to do it.
Yeah, as a percentage-wise, your 1 minute is a massive percentage of
exactly.
Your.
And if your scrum resets once from a penalty call and you call for a scrum and you take a minute out of the game, or even 45 seconds in sevens is huge.
Yeah.
Because you only need, those Oaks are scoring tries in 7 seconds.
So you're saying get rid of the scrum is what you're saying?
I'm saying everyone should just think about their words because scrums matter in rugby. Thought I'd stir some cuck. Thanks for listening. We've got URC. Sevens next week though. But they haven't drawn the groups and the fixtures yet, so there's nothing for us to talk.
All we know is the Blitzbok will do a lot better.
To be fair, we don't have a great track record in South Africa.
We don't. But
No. But it would be nice to get better than 5th, because at the end of the day, we want to remain in the top 8. And I think, that's what matters.
Well, 5 is above 8, so we should be fine.
Yeah, but, we haven't exactly always, I would say lately, we're not exactly competing for the title.
Yeah.
So. And then in the only other rugby we're going to talk about, because we can't watch all the leagues, and basically we don't watch English and French rugby, club rugby. The URC was back this weekend.
Yeah.
Round 6. I've got some beef with some people that I want to piss off as well.
Okay, bring it.
Hold on. Before we get into that, I want to talk about how good the last 10 minutes of each half was with the Lions versus the Bulls. Both teams played incredible open rugby, great passing rugby, great kicking rugby, great running rugby. If you're a fan of fast-paced rugby, watch the last 10 minutes of the Bulls-Lions in the first and watch the last 10 minutes in the second. Brilliant.
Yeah, that the ending to the Bulls game was sick. I thought that they were going to somehow pull one over. And
also, I think that's the Lions' first time winning the Yukski Derby in like 12 years or some shit like that.
True. I didn't even think about that.
Yeah. We go to Pretoria and get manhandled every time.
Most do.
Fair enough.
But yeah, true. I actually can't remember the last time that they've won there.
Massive shout out to Amy Barrett-Teron, the ref for that game. She was brilliant.
Yeah.
Brilliant.
women referees at the moment are outperforming. They're the best referees. I don't know what it is
At the
about
moment,
the
absolutely.
decision making.
I don't know. I'm sure Holly refed one of the English Premiership games this weekend, and I'm sure she fucking did a great job.
Probably nailed it. Yeah,
URC was fun this weekend, though.
it was. Yeah.
I caught some glimpses of Friday's games. Don't have a lot to talk about except that Ulster's first try shouldn't have been a try.
Yep.
I don't know how the TMO watched that over and over again and said he had possession. He definitely didn't have possession when he scored that. And then the Leinster Dragons game, Leinster were losing or winning by just a small fraction. And then the bench came on, and the Dragons might as well walked off the field at that point. Those are my small highlights from Friday. We spoke about the Bulls, Lions, Stormers, Munster.
That was my game of the weekend.
That's where I want to start shit. Okay? Are you ready?
Yeah, I'm here for it.
Okay. First off, the Irish flashbacks from the scrums, because the Stormers scrum, not as dominant, but just as dominant. Like,
just as effective.
Fractions lower in terms of dominancy when it comes to the scrums. Whether it was our ball or their ball, they were always in trouble for every scrum.
Yeah.
And I think the Irish just be so fucking sick of scrumming South African teams at this point.
Yeah.
I think the next 2 weeks is the Heineken Cup. So I think Munster will have, or the Irish teams will have a break from the South African teams. But yeah, the scrum. So that's point number 1 for starting shit.
Yeah.
Then here's the next one that actually really, really pissed me off. Was when it came to the rucks, the Munster players will go in, realize that someone from the Stormers is coming at them at 400 kilometers an hour, pull out of the ruck, as I would, because I wouldn't want to get hit by one of those players. But then as they pull out, the South African makes contact with them because they were in the ruck, they pulled out, and then they throw their hands in the air, complaining that they're getting hit in the ruck and moved out of the way. And I like the referee because the referee kept saying, "You're pulling out."
Yeah.
So either you don't go in or you don't pull out. You can't go in, pull out, and then say, "Oh no, he hit me." And also the way they were, and it happened more than once, and that's what pissed me off. The number of times they just threw their hands in the air and went, "Oh, ref." Like, come on, buddy. You went in, realized you weren't getting it, and then as you were about to get murred, you pulled out and then cried.
Yeah.
Pick
but
one.
They do that a fair bit. Like, not even at club level. Like, the Irish do that.
Exactly, and that's what pissed me off. It pissed me off because, again, either be brave enough to try steal the ball, take the hit, because the hit's coming if you're going to steal the ball. Or don't go in, and then you won't get hit, and then you don't need to cry about it. That's now my second one is probably going to make people more angry.
Third one.
And it was the Munster fans in the stadium.
Yeah.
Every decision that didn't go their way, even though the referee got it right, the fans would boo as if the ref were the devil, or as if Stormers were playing the filthiest game, as if they had 15 Eben Etzebets on the field.
Yeah.
It was so annoying because, look, I get it. You're watching the game. You might not be able to watch all the replays. You might not see or hear the ref's decision. But the ref is on the mic when he makes his call. Now, if the TMO is involved, you would like to think that the decision is what. Look, you're not going to change the decision, but the decision should be correct. And I would say the majority of the time, once the TMO gets involved, the decision is usually correct. Usually. I'm not saying 100%. We've noticed fuck-ups. But the URC refereeing is better than the autumn series, so you can give them the benefit of the doubt. The ref would make the right call, and they would still boo.
Yeah.
And if you watch the other URC games, it wasn't at that level. But I don't know, maybe because it was a close game, everyone was involved from the fans in the stands. Yeah. But it was just so annoying because, like, it wasn't going your way because you were the one making the mistake. You can't blame the referee if you're the one giving away a penalty. Yeah. And yeah, that was my complaint. Those are my two things from that game. The players need to man up in the ruck and the fans need to just get it right.
To the players manning up in the ruck,
I wouldn't want to be any of those players. That's a clear point.
I'll go back to, I know last week you spoke about when you had to scrum against an Afrikaans.
So they destroyed us.
We also schoolboy rugby. I think this was when we were playing first. We played against, I'm pretty sure it was Ellis Russ High. We went down to Margate and we had a rugby festival thing there. And
Your coach didn't like you, Oaks, I guess.
yeah, no, he did not, Mr. Funsale. So we went there, played this school. Also, all probably shouldn't have been in high school.
No.
A lot bigger than
There's levels to high school rugby. Very clear levels to high school rugby.
And made this great tackle of the wing. I was on the other wing. Went over to get the ball, looked up, and there was this small truck running towards me. And I thought,
An
I'll be
Isuzu
fine.
Bucky.
I've got my hands over the ball. I'll be fine. And Byron, I got hit back probably 2 meters. I got pushed back so far that my own knee hit me in the tooth. And I was on the floor seeing stars. I got up and was like, that's what you get. I was like,
Yeah.
fuck.
Yeah, that's it. You shouldn't have tried to steal it, Chad. You should have made the tackle and then let the forwards do what forwards do.
But then after that, carried on playing. It happened again. And I was like, nah, it's all right. It's your ball. Don't worry about it.
Look, that's the thing. If you're gonna steal the ball, you've got to. You look at like the great jacklers from South Africa. You can look at Malcolm Marx. When he goes into jackal, he gets hit every time.
Yeah, he's
Sometimes
immovable, though.
illegally with a meat missile. He takes the hit because that's the whole thing. They're going to try to take you off the ball. So you either jackal, take the hit, don't jackal, and play on. I wouldn't do either against any international rugby team.
Nah, yeah. Just look up and what any one of them coming towards you, and you might as well just start calling up your medical aid company and be like, boys.
Yeah, just ask
Get
them
the
or
bed
just
ready.
ask them already. Can you guys prepare a bed for me? I'm on right.
ETA 15 minutes.
Yeah, however long it takes to get me off the field onto the stretcher. But again, good rugby. Sad that we've got to take a break now from the internationals. But there's still good rugby to be had. Like I said, the Heineken Cup, the Challenge Cup, I think are this weekend and next weekend. So that's all the URC sides, the English sides, and the French sides. South African teams haven't done well in that.
Have not. No, the Sharks are currently 1 for 6.
We didn't even talk about the Sharks game. I kind of just brushed over it because they got annihilated by Connacht, 44-17.
Yeah, it was bad. I watched that game on Sunday morning. I had high hopes. I was like, surely we get a win. We had some of our decent players on the field. We had no right to lose that game. But, I mean, before we started playing, and then we started playing, we had no right to win that game. Nothing was going right. But I know we're playing Toulouse.
Oh, sorry. I've actually got those fixtures up. I just brought them up while you were talking. If you want to go over the South African team fixtures,
we can. But I want to talk about the Sharks quickly.
Okay, go ahead.
We've got our Springboks should be back for that game, I think.
Mm-hmm.
Minus Eben. So I don't know what's gonna happen, but fuck, we need a win at some point. 1 from 6 is woeful. It's tough being
not
a
looking
Sharks
good.
fan.
You guys are, and what's crazy, 1 from 6 and you're 14th on the log. There's still Dragons and Scarlets below you.
Yeah, but we also have like 14 Springboks.
Yeah, you got to look at the coach, right?
Who do you? Because I mean, John Plumtree's
good.
Really great. He was one of the most successful Sharks coaches. I mean, this is also a long time ago.
I was going to say maybe the game's moved on beyond. Plumtree's done great, but
yeah, I don't know what I don't know what it is. I have no idea because the players
quality
amazing. Plumtree is a great coach and done great things. Because I know that he's not the coach next year. He's basically stepped down.
Yeah.
But
isn't the old Sevens coach the coach of the Sharks?
JP Peterson's he's the director of rugby there at the Sharks.
And JP Peterson coaches the Curry Cup side.
I reckon he might go in because I mean he was great for the Sharks for fucking years. He bleeds black.
I heard someone compare Moody to JP Peterson because of his defense. Even this weekend, Magic Moody strikes again.
You called it.
He's guaranteed one magic moment in every game. Guaranteed.
The only one I was like, oh my god, that's like, was when he tried to kick the ball and just completely missed it.
Oh, yeah,
Right
that
on the foot. I was like, oh, fuck. I thought that was, as soon as, when
that would be
he
me
had
on the
ball,
wing.
yeah, fuck, it would be. Yeah, as soon as I saw that happen, because before that, as he got the ball, I was like, oh, Moody magic moment, here we come. And then just,
He still had one.
yeah, he did. But then he pulled the
Magic
Byron.
Moody. I don't know what it is, but he's guaranteed one per game. I think there was one game he played, I believe it was against New Zealand, was the only time, because a magic moment doesn't have to be a try. But I think there was one New Zealand game this season where he started and didn't have a magic moment. Other than that, there's at least one Magic Moody moment.
Yeah.
That's it. Magic Moody moment. I'm going to capture them. We put them online.
Put it on a t-shirt, yeah.
You were correct. Sharks do play Toulouse, by the way.
Yeah. So that's going to be... I'll wake up. I'll try watch that one. And
It'll be 4 a.m. your time, I think.
it will be... It's 4:30, I think.
4:15.
That's it. That'll be... I'll put my Sharks jersey on. That one.
It'll be weird if you wore your Lions jersey for that game.
Maybe it'll help because I've been wearing my Sharks jersey for all the other ones and it's not gone well. I'll do whatever I need to.
Wear your Springboks jersey. There's enough Springboks in the side. It might as well be the Springboks team.
But that's the thing that pisses me off. Like, fuck.
Well, see, it's the Springboks side without Rassie.
Yeah, but like, surely they know what the fuck. It's like,
Surely they know what they're doing.
Does Rassie like have one of those things from Men in Black and like as they leave, he's going shink.
As they leave,
You forget. Don't know what we're doing. Shink, shink, shink.
Everyone forgets. Like, okay,
Yeah,
rugby time. Do you want to go over the fixtures for the South African sides?
Yeah,
and
let's
then
do it.
Cap it off there.
Yeah.
All right. So starting off, I'm going to get these names so wrong with the French names. But anyway.
It's okay. They're the French.
Bayonne play the Stormers on Friday night.
What's the wins? Hang on, where's that? Let me find this.
The European Rugby Championship Cup.
Yeah, I've got it here.
Is the top sides, and then after that I'll do the EPCR, which is the Challenge Cup with the lower sides. So Stormers, Bayonne Stormers, and then Bulls play the Bordeaux Bagels or Beagles. Told you, French sides pronunciation. I apologize.
No, you don't. You're doing it on purpose. I know you are.
No, I live close enough to France. I should know how to do this. Should know, don't. Then Toulouse Sharks is the game we were talking about. That's on a Sunday. So we've got a Friday, Saturday, Sunday game for the South Africans.
Oh my God. Sorry. That game's on a Monday for me.
Monday morning, 4:00. Yeah.
Yeah, no.
Maybe you shouldn't watch it. Maybe they'll win if you don't watch.
I can't not, because if we do win, it'll be good.
It would be good. This is exciting. The week after that, we'll talk about these again next week, but just because it's up here. Stormers La Rochelle in Cape Town.
It'll be good.
Sharks play Saracens in Durban, and the Bulls play Northampton in Northampton. So that will be the next 2 weeks. I believe the 6th, yes, the next 2 weeks in terms of club rugby for us. It's the first games of the European Rugby Championship Cup. Then we go to the EPCR, the Challenge Cup. I think the only South African team in this one are the Lions. So Lions play Benetton on Saturday at Ellis Park. And then the week after that, we go to Newcastle. So those will be all the South African fixtures.
Is the Cheetahs in there too?
Oh, you are correct. The Cheetahs play Exeter on the first week in Exeter. And then Racing 92 no, that's against Exeter. Where's the Cheetahs? Then Stade Francais go to the Free State the week afterwards.
To Paris.
To the Free State to play the Cheetahs. The French will be in the Free State. That's going to be fun.
Do you know what would be cool? I wonder if they'll go to Paris and go to that little fucking...
They have to, right? They have to. I went to Paris once as a kid.
Same.
Went to some campground with like slip and slides and that sort of thing. And everyone was running around, oh, we're in Paris.
Yeah.
And then the Afrikaans, fucking Paris.
Yeah.
Such good rugby on, such good rugby. We've been spoiled this whole year when it
It has
comes to
been.
rugby.
I feel bad for as a player, it must be so tough because
Yes.
you're just playing rugby all
Yeah.
year round.
It's
Like
getting
you've
beat
got
to shit over and over and over and over and over and over and over again. And then we get to sit here and go, they should have done better.
yeah, yeah. No, it's hectic. I think actually did want to speak about it. We can talk about it next week. We can fill in some more Bok content. Just the size of our squad compared to other teams.
Depth wise and
We've
physicality wise.
But I mean, it allows us to be that physical week in, week out because we've got a team of. We went through 50 players or 53 players this year. It's huge.
I saw a cool stat for Porthen, the young prop that
Yeah.
came on in the second half. At the beginning of this year, he was in the Varsity Cup, and now he's ending the year as a Springbok.
Yeah.
And he
Not bad.
started against Italy and then came off the bench against. I mean, come on, how cool is that?
Yeah, it's sick. Yeah.
And then size-wise, we've got Asanatle and Klabakanye and Volko Low.
How much does he? Asanati, it was like 153 kilos or something.
Yeah, but I think he's dropped in size because he did that camp on what's her name's farm.
Yeah.
I don't know what he weighed in at for that game, but I know earlier in the autumn series he was at like 138 or something like that.
No, he had to be heavier because Volko's 144.
I heard the commentators talk about him being 153, Asanatle, but I think that was before the camp.
Okay. Yeah.
Yes.
Like it's a lot of.
He's so big. And from what I understand from like the Lions players talking about him and stuff, is he's not just big, he's versatile and he's strong.
Yeah.
Like not normal strong, like freakishly strong.
Yeah. Must
Yeah,
suck.
yeah. Try steal the ball and then have one of those two oaks clean you off the ball. I too would pull out of the ruck.
Yeah, I wouldn't even be there if I looked up and I saw them remotely close. I'd be like, no, I've definitely pulled a hamstring. You can't go in there. That's no
That's a
good.
poop string you're pulling there, my friend.
Yeah,
Yeah, great rugby. I don't have much more to say. They've done all the talking for us. Just got to make sure we don't get too cocky. Not the players, the fans.
Are you talking about like Springbok fans?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Because look, as great as we are playing, it's still sports and anything can happen. You can have an off day and the other team has an on day. Interceptions can happen. Knock-ons happen at important moments. We are, as we've said, probably the best team form-wise at the moment.
probably we are. But
Yeah, but I like to leave it open for interpretation. I don't like being a cocky
there's
cunt.
no interpretation. We've fucking who's better than us at the moment? Name one team. And if you say
The English
England,
fans will say the English.
the English fans can suck it.
Yes, look, but the only thing I'm saying is it's almost impossible to go a full year of international fixtures undefeated. Even as good as we've been this year, we've still lost twice.
Yeah,
And we've got a very hard set of fixtures already lined up next year. I think we can win every game, but I'm also a realist. At least I think I am.
I reckon we've got. Yeah, it's going to be unless
It's just so
something
much
crazy
fun.
unless half the team starts poking eyes in the URC.
Yeah, that's it. Oaks are grabbing balls because that Oak's still serving a ban for that one. Everyone's grabbing nuts in rucks and poking people's eyes out, then we might have a problem for next year, but I think we'll be okay.
Yeah, it's going to be. Yeah, it'll be interesting to see because I've heard so many people say that no, it's unsustainable and that this is like we're peaking too early and that we're not
But
going to
we
be able
have
to make
50 players that are all top class, and you can put anyone in as a starter and have anyone come off the bench. Like it's
and play in any position.
yeah, we hooker, flank, inside center, outside wing, doesn't matter. If you've got a number on your back, you'll play.
Yeah,
Quagga Smith also so fucking good this year. He did something really cool that I think was really cool in that game when he was captain after Sia came off. There was a warning to the Springboks for being offside in the 22. And it's a small thing, but Quagga clarified if it's the pillars or the players that are flared out for the clarification. I know it's a small thing, but as a captain, when you're communicating with the ref, that rapport matters a lot.
Yeah.
And I think that simple clarifying question about whether it's the pillars or the other players is, I think, so huge. And I wanted to shout out Quagga for that as well.
Yeah, I was quite surprised that he was captain when I saw him walking up to the ref and they said captain.
I think
was
it
like,
happened in the Irish game as well. I think he was captain for a bit.
So he must be must be being groomed maybe.
I texted my brother that and he goes, Quagga's quite smart. I said, he just doesn't look it.
No, doesn't, wouldn't.
I think that's just a side effect of having your nose broken as many times as you have years on this planet.
Yeah.
And your name's Quagga.
I don't think his name is Quagga. I think it's
No, not actually. That is a nickname, but
Okay.
it's stuck so well that international rugby, World Rugby
it.
said, yeah, sure, put him on the team sheet as Quagga. Who cares?
And people have actually learned his name. I mean, some of them still call him Quagga, but
Yeah. Even your commentators are calling him Quagga, which is fantastic. Chad, I think we cut the cuck. Any other cuck you want cut before I tell you to fuck off?
no, we're
you
already
tell me to fuck
at
off,
an
whoever
hour
fucks
and
off
7
first.
minutes. So we'll. I got some shit we'll talk about next week about the Boks because we won't have any Boks talking points.
Except the Sharks game.
Yeah, it's tough. I kind of know what the Welsh feel like.
Yeah. At least you put 17 points on the board against Connacht.
Pointless.
Ugh.
It's just yeah.
All right. Well, thank you, everybody. If you stuck around this long, please like, share, subscribe. Tell Chad to fuck off for fun. Just for fun.
I'll take it.
I do it for fun too, so try it. It feels good. Anything from you?
Nothing. I'm good.
Don't we need to pick a winner for Boomfa?
It's next week.
Okay, well, then keep sharing, liking, and commenting so that you can win the voucher.
Yeah, it's actually wild. We get more engagement on all the other posts. Then we try to give away a free jersey, and Oaks just meh.
Well, maybe people like the sound of your voice. Maybe you should have commented something on the for the audio of the Boomfa challenge, the Boomfa giveaway. Definitely not my voice. Chad, thank you very much. Go sleep, and I'll see you next week.
Yep. Cheers.